The top 10 best rap albums of 2023. 2023 was a okay year for rap. It was kind of boring, but there were still great albums that came out of it and some bad ones. The next video, we will be talking about the bad ones in the next video. The top 10 worst rap albums of 2023. And yeah, getting into this video, there's a lot of okay albums that I did think deserve it, and a lot of albums that did not deserve it that people were saying last video. But yeah, I'm just ready to get into this video. The top 10 best rap albums 2023. Let's go.
They start calling me him. They start calling me him. I'm him. I need you making it hot.
He had a point to prove that he is still one of the best rappers and you cannot mess with him. A Gift to the Curse is almost one of his best albums, but it's still a great album. In 2024, he did have 101, which also did make the top 10 best rap albums of 2024. And then Gunna did it again. I give this album an 8 out of 10. Still a really good album. And Gunna really did show everybody that he's still one of the best in the rap game. Next. Osama Son's Jump Out did not make the best rap albums of 2024. And that's because Flex Music is my favorite Osama Son album. It had to be in the top 10 best rap albums of 2023 because that's all I listened to, bro. Like, this was one of my favorite albums in the underground. I give it an 8.5. Osama Son did his thing. I really enjoyed this album, and I hope Osama Son keeps growing and making his music better. And that's this is one of the best YB albums we got in a while. YB, all he does is just keep dropping music. And in 2023, he dropped like 3 projects, and the other 2 were, honestly, you would get like 3 bangers and that's it. But this album has more than a couple bangers, and that's why this album, I really enjoyed it. I give this album an 8.5, one of the best YB we've got in a while. It's from 2023, remember, this is from 2023. I know we're in 25, but like...
When that shit was going on, I wasn't worried about the other side when that shit was going on. And
Sorry Not Sorry, Lil Durk's album is better than YB's. I do not care. This was one of my favorite albums from 2023, which was better than all 3 of YB's albums. Because it had songs like 300 Years, War About It, the Big Dog, just great songs that I would still play to this day. I give this album a 9 out of 10. One of the best Durks ever. And where is the new album, Durk? We need it, bro. Where the album at? It's been 2 years.
I don't even know how to care. I wanted you, but that was passing. Still had a lot of hoes just on my accent.
Lil Tekk saved 2023's summer again, bro. Just like how he saved 2024 and like he's gonna save 2025. Every year he just stays on his own lane and then he drops the best album this summer. I give Tekk a 9 out of 10. My favorite Lil Tekk album besides Plan A. But bro, Lil Tekk is on a generational run. I do not get it. Just keep doing the thing, Lil Tekk.
In front of me, she thought she wasn't gonna make it out alive. She thought she wasn't gonna survive.
Ken Carson in a great chaos. Ken Carson's best album he's ever made. This had so many great songs. Green Room, Fighting Demons, Jennifer Body, Vampire Hour, Singapore, Succubus. So many. All these songs on here are amazing. I give this album a 9 out of 10. The best Ken Carson album we've ever got. Better than More Chaos, better than X. Best Ken Carson's album on everything. 2023. One of Lucky's best albums, in my opinion, is Sex Money Drugs. Sex Money Drugs, when it came out, I loved every song on this album. I added it all to my playlist, and Lucky really did do his thing, and I think this is one of the albums that put Lucky on the map, like TikTok and all that. 9.5 out of 10 is the rating I'll give it. And I'm sick of all these fake fans talking about Lucky, bro. You just weren't there when all them other albums was coming out back then. Just get off the lean.
You was right, I was wrong. Yeah, I should've never ever took her home. No.
Uzi, most underrated album by far. I did not get the hate on this album. There are so many good songs. Yeah, all the experimental stuff, just throw that out the window. Imagine that don't exist. This is one of the best Uzi albums ever. And honestly, some of the experimental songs I did enjoy, bro. Like Suicide Doors, X2. But I give this album a 9.5 out of 10. One of my favorite Uzi albums. The best Destroy Lonely album by far. I don't care. You can argue with a wall, bro. This is Destroy Lonely's best album. The rollout, everything for this album is amazing. All the songs are great. The guitar, the dark imagery he was trying to go for, bro. I'm telling you, this is the best Destroy Lonely you'll ever get, bro. I give this album a 10 out of 10. I have the CD and everything. This is my favorite Destroy Lonely album. I don't care. Go argue the wall. Best.
Bumping Mary. Merry Christmas round this bitch won't really marry. Shit was scary.
This album got robbed for best rap album of the year. Who is Killer Mike, bro? You're saying Killer Mike's Michael is gonna win over Travis Scott's Utopia, bro? The biggest robbery, besides the obviously the I'm gonna pop some tags with Kendrick Lamar back in like 2013 with the Grammys. But bro, I'm telling you, this is the best album that should have won the Grammy and it got robbed. This is the best Travis Scott we're basically gonna get. And Jack Boys 2 is on the way. I do have a video in my channel if you want to go watch that, me talking about that, how it's gonna come. I give this album a 10 out of 10. One of my favorite Travis Scott's album. Honestly, still, I think my favorite album is Astroworld. And yes, I have listened to it. I'm not a new gen Travis fan, but Astroworld was just my favorite. I love that era and everything. That was probably my favorite Travis. But yeah, everything about this album I do like. And make sure to subscribe, please. It's greatly appreciated. And this has been JM, the top 10 best 2023 rappers.
Cardi off the wall, bitch, I'm on the sand, geeking off the bar.